So how you doing? I am just doing a little housekeeping right now. Nothing special. It just sometimes it gets out of hand. You can hear the kids up there. Oh boy, they're having a day and a half. You know. Right now I'm just doing a little housekeeping so I can get a little better organized here. We've got stuff everywhere. Literally everywhere. Hey, if you guys don't want to go out and get yourself a fancy squirt can for spraying fuel down the carb, this works too. Just saying. You know? So what have you guys been up to? I'm getting ready to get on to the next project here. Andrew's saw, we're just kind of buttoning it up, you know. Andrew's saw, we're just finishing it up, so I just, you know, it's time to do some housekeeping. It's going between projects, you know. I need more screws to hang stuff. I think I'm going to move my camera to this mount. This end's busted, but if I can get a way to attach this, I can kind of, you know, she's bendy. I can stick it in my vise, do close-up shots. I'm going to figure out some way of using this for a camera mount. Well, most of this is going to be, some of this is just going to be repairs. We're going to repair the Lombard. We got a Super XL Auto that we're shipping out to Rock. It's the first ported saw I've ever done on the channel. Built for torque. It's just strictly for torque. But it seems to be either not pulling enough fuel or having an air leak or something. So we're going to see what's going on there. Pressure test it, you know. And we got Simple Man saw something went funky there, so we're gonna fix it. There is one repair I want to do though. I think I'm gonna squeeze it in before I do some of these others. I really want to get my my big saw up and going, so I'm gonna pressure test it and see if it needs seals. It might need something else, but I want to see what's wrong with it. That's my 1050. It might just be a carb issue. It might have an air leak. I don't know. But I at least want to pressure test it and see what it's going to need. I want to get that saw out, you know, run it some. And it's kind of hard to do when it won't run right. So when do you think this chain was made? When do you think that was made? Still in the packaging. Have the directions. It's Windsor Timber King chain. You know, if you ever work on multiple saws at a time, these things are spectacular for keeping your nuts and bolts, you know, for each saw. You can pick up the whole shelves at yard sales for $1. And, you know, I got one sitting over here. So each saw I tear apart, all the nuts and bolts goes in here. And then I don't get everything mixed up, you know. If you see these laying around, these are good to have. Hey, check it out. Nice, clean workspace. We can move. So much nicer. Now, in case you guys are wondering what the next project's going to be, let's just show you. There's 2 of them that we're working on. We're waiting on parts for the 3270, so we might as well work it, you know, taking care of something else too, while we're waiting. Andrew and I discussed it. He's going to send us another coil for the 3270, so we're going to give a coil a try, just in case. It's very possible that the coil just, you know, something going on in there. So let's see. You know, there's only one way to find out. But let me show you what we're going to be working on next. So this one, many of you guys already recognize it. This is a Poulan 245A. We already did a bunch of porting to this. It was cutting great, but the last time I started it, just something wasn't right. It seemed like it had an air leak. So, you know, we're going to tear into this and see what's going on. She is set up for a bow bar, but we don't have a bow bar to fit it. I'll get into that in more detail, but it would be nice if we could get a bow bar on it, you know. I might play with mine, see if I can get it on there again. Here, let me show you. So this is my bow bar. It's meant for a home light. I actually have two of them. The other one does work, but it's a little one. It's just like a little lemming saw type bow bar, and you know, that on something ported just, you know, doesn't really seem to justify. So I wanted to get this one on. Is that once this is on, the chain would hit right here, and it would hit here. And you know what I mean? That's the issue. You see it? The chain would hit right here and here. I think the original Poulan bar comes out more level. You know what I mean? Just angled down a little bit more. Kids are up there having a blast. Can you hear them? They got some new toys today. They're just excited. One of the neighbors gave them a couple of toys, and they're just having a blast. So that's one project we got to get taken care of. We might take care of this one next, just because I think it's going to be a simple fix. Now here's our next one. You recognize that box? That is full of XL76, XL130 stuff. This is Tasman saw that we blew up. We got parts in here, but yeah, we need to rebuild his saw. We found the saw was eating a ton of sawdust, and it just cooked the engine real fast. So these are the next two projects we're gonna get knocked out. Now, I blew this saw up, what, twice now on the channel? It came in blowed up, and then I blew it up 2 more times. Yeah, but, you know, if you guys missed it, the videos are out there. A lot of coverage on it. So, yeah. Blowing up saw, you know. It sucks, but it happens. Then we had Andrew ended up sending us a couple of part saws. Here's one of them. Andrew sent us a bunch of part saws, so hopefully we can find a good cylinder out of all of it. I'm sure we will. We'll be just fine. But we're going to get her ported up and hopefully get it running good and get it sent out to Tasman. We got everything in from our brother's 371, so, you know, we got to get it done. Still haven't decided if we're going to do any port work to it. It might just get a stock rebuild. If we do any porting work to it, it won't be major though. It'll be mild. It would be his first ported saw, and we don't need to crank it way up. You know what I mean? We can do it further later down the road, but for now we need to, you know, I just need to make sure he gets a good working saw. I don't want to go crazy on that one for him. We're going to get into these projects and get them done, you know. But hey, we got some stuff coming. Got my 1050 to fix. I was just talking about it. You want to see the 1050? I think it might just need a carb. But here, let's bring the camera along. Let's just bring the camera along and show you what I'm talking about. We probably got 100 or 200 new subscribers since the last time I showed this. So let me see. This is the 1050 I'm talking about. We gotta fix it. She runs good, but she just falls on her face when you hit as soon as you touch the wood. So we gotta get it going. But we got a wall saws here that we gotta work on. XL67 up right here on the left. Want to get that going. It won't get any mods. This one here looks like a 360, but it's a 35. Not very common to see the 35. Here's one of my 925s. We're going to report this one. It's going to be kind of an experiment to test some things. My XL400, it'll just stay factory. It'll never get anything done to it. That is a runner. We got some video up on that. All these saws here run. You might see them here and there. One of my favorites is this one. It's got the 3/4 wrap handlebar on it. This is a Super XL with a full wrap. Don't see that every day. These are all my big saws. You know, all my 80, 77, 80 cc's are right there in that row. You got one of mine down here too. That's 700. That's good running saw. We just did some video on that recently. It's got a 3/4 wrap handlebar on it. This 50, I was working on this, but I didn't do any video on it. It needs a starter and a carb kit, and it'll be ready to run. That's where we're at. Then we got this wall too. You know, these are all saws that we're doing for other people right here. So we have not discussed this one yet. This is coming. ProMax 610. We got somebody special in mind for that one. So I got Rock's Super XL sitting right here, just so I don't forget. If I put it up on a shelf, I end up forgetting about it. So I gotta figure out what was wrong with it. It went lean when running it. So we gotta figure that out. Probably the carb. I hadn't run it in probably a year, you know. And of course, Andrews. Been seeing lots of that lately. Just saw the Lombard. There's the 371 box sitting over there. Parts for the 371 are all sitting here. Look at my parts shelf. She's getting full. Isn't she? See that shelf down there? There's 2 saws that could probably be rebuilt. There's 2 or 3 saws stuffed in there in parts. There's 245A and 306 saw parts in there, and I bet you I could build 1 or 2 out of all that. There's probably enough 130 and 76 parts over there that I could build one. Same thing with Super XL, XL12 parts up there. You know, up there's another Super XL. There's a lot of stuff. Down there's a Lombard and a pull-in. There's Tasman stuff. I got stuff laying everywhere, don't I? Well, just a kind of little update of where we're at. I needed to get this cleaned up before I got into another project, you know. It was just a train wreck. I feel a lot better now. I can work and feel good about it, you know. I think that'll be it for today. Nothing, you know, spectacular, but it's a good day, right? Hey, we'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.